Roman Reigns' WrestleMania Backlash plans have been revealed. Plus, we have a potential Kenny Omega return update, and a major NXT team have split up. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Roman Reigns will be a part of WrestleMania Backlash, and a major part as well, which it doesn't sound like it should be a surprise.
It's not a surprise. I'm not surprised, I'm afraid, but it does. What is surprising is we don't know who his opponent is yet. Like, we have no clue. Can you think of anyone?
Yes.
Who have you got? Me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Get over there.
I'm on the flight straight away after this news.
Sorry, I'm just being silly. It's not Fraser
It's not me.
making a little joke in the wrestling news. Imagine that. Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer says that Roman Reigns is in fact in the main event. He is in the main event on the WrestleMania Backlash pay-per-view, and it's looking as if they're going to shoot the angle for it on Friday.
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes.
Is the name that jumps straight to mind.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago he had that angle with Roman where Roman hugged him and then beat him up. I mean, that's what the Bloodline does. They beat people up and they take the titles.
Very good at that.
We've not seen Roman on SmackDown or Raw since then, and that was a couple of weeks back. So
that was last week, wasn't it?
I think it was the week before.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Time is a construct of human perception.
Because I think Roman wasn't there last week, so maybe this is the
weird to think that we've got like the
but
champion that is, so 2 weeks out from the pay-per-view and they've got nothing. And he most definitely should be there tonight if he's going to be the main event of Backlash, because they're taping 2 SmackDowns tonight.
They are, because they're coming over the UK next week.
They flipping well
You
are.
mentioned who Drew as a potential off camera. You mentioned Drew could be an option for him.
I think Drew would be a good one, but whether they're saving that for a certain UK stadium event in September,
that could be.
Collision in Cardiff, potentially.
What a name that would be.
But so maybe they'll hold off on that particular match until then. But then in terms of who else there is, I think Shinsuke is an obvious one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a Roman Reigns Shinsuke Nakamura match. I think that's great.
It would be a really nice match. I think we've seen it a few times before, but they would be really, really class in the ring together. If not, just give the match to Butch.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Give it to Butch.
Give Pete Dunne the shot he deserves.
I don't know who Pete Dunne is. Butch, though. he's a guy I can get behind.
Who's this Peter Dunne that you
Love
speak
Scrappy
of?
Doo.
Oh. We'll move over to the AEW side of things. A potential update on Kenny Omega. Dave Meltzer saying this morning, don't know where Omega is as far as a recovery on everything, but I do think, I don't think he's going to make the May pay-per-view. The last I heard, it didn't sound promising for May.
Now, of course, May being Double or Nothing, which is arguably their second biggest show of the year.
Yeah.
And we've not seen Kenny Omega since November.
He had a lot of injuries that he was rehabilitating.
Yeah.
And the hope was going to be by this point he would be in a better shape to do so. It's looking like from Meltzer and a few other sources that maybe Kenny isn't going to be ready for May. Eyes on June then.
Yes.
For Forbidden Door.
It would make all the sense in the world to have Kenny Omega appear at the New Japan AEW Super Show. And I feel like he was maybe going to take Adam Cole's spot if he was healthy enough to have come out and announced it on Dynamite. Because he feels like the natural biggest American, Canadian star, just foreign star in New Japan at the time.
Yeah.
No one was bigger than Omega.
That was, yeah.
So maybe we'll see him.
Maybe see him for that one. I think it'd be a shame for him to miss Double or Nothing, but I think a big super return, maybe a surprise return at Forbidden Door, I think would be really nice to see Omega back then if he's well.
If he was to return for Double or Nothing, I can't see what feud he would fit into right now. There's so many, maybe Cole, because Cole's kind of just floating about, but we'll see. I want him back in June. Please, Kenny, please come back for June. I want to see that match with Ibushi.
We're going to hit you with some spoilers from NXT UK. So we've had 2 days of tapings for NXT UK. They filmed them in bulk at the BT Sports Studios. If you don't want to know what happens, then you might want to just
maybe skip past
and stay safe. Love you, bye, and all
See you
that
later.
good stuff. You take it easy. Right. You're still here. Good. So, loads went down last night on NXT, the tapings for NXT UK. They set the table for it on the NXT show that aired last night on the WWE Network when we saw footage of Damon Kemp, who is Bobby Stevenson, Gable's brother. What are you doing here? Ivy Nile, what are you doing here? Von Wagner, what are you doing here?
Come Thursday?
Come Thursday. It's got a nice flow to it.
Oh.
And Lash Legend, what are you doing here? All arriving at the BT Sports Studios in London with Nigel McGuinness on commentary going, the Americans are coming!
That's good.
Nice twist on the British are coming. I like it. We saw a little bit of Von Wagner being a naughty boy, Saxon Huxley signing an autograph and Wagner tearing it up, setting the table for something.
What a heel. What a bad guy.
He's a nutty
That's
boy.
mean. Why would you tear up an autograph sign for a young fan?
Heartbreaking. Well, don't worry, because there was some revenge possibly on tap over the taping. So some notable spoilers from the 20th of April and the 21st of April from the BT Sports Studio. Lash Legend was very much a busy bee during the 2 days. She was a guest on the Supernova Sessions with your cousin, Noam Dar. And then won 2 matches on night 2, Amelia McKenzie and Myla Grace, both taking the L. Von Wagner would size up Saxon Huxley and beat him.
Yay.
He then beat Sam Gradwell on night 2. So the Americans are doing very well.
He's doing very well so far. Von Wagner, what a run.
Yeah,
Next
come Thursday is what it's
champion.
all about. Ivy Nile beat Nina Samuels, so Ivy Nile had a good showing. I really like Ivy Nile. I'm glad that she's getting some reps in England.
Yeah, good spot for just now. Yeah, gets because there's a lot of like veteran talent in NXT UK that have a lot more experience than the folk in the American NXT. So it's nice that they're getting a wee bit of get to mix it up with some new folk.
Barbie, Damon Kemp lost to Shah Samuels, and then later on in another match, taped for another episode, he get his revenge teaming with Wolfgang, your cousin, to beat Shah Samuels and your cousin Noam Dar. Tiger Tarn. Now, WWE, the legendary Tiger Tarn. WWE filed a trademark for the name Tiger Tarn just the other day, and we actually got to see him. Now, it was on the NXT tapings that are in chronological order from last night, where we saw this masked man attacking Kenny Williams, and then at the tapings, he made his NXT debut, beating Josh Morrell. This was a match that apparently ended by a stoppage due to injury. I don't know the extent of whether this was a worked injury or a shoot injury.
There's no there's no coverage on that aspect of it, but we've seen them do it before for an angle. Hopefully, it's an angle. We don't want any injuries to have occurred. But
the one thing that makes me think it might not be was it happened, in terms of the order of the matches, it happened immediately after a match between Eliza Alexander, the former Lizzie Everho, and Amel, which ended by stoppage as well, the ref throwing up the X. So I'm not sure on that one. But Tiger Tarn, a little spoiler on Tiger Tarn.
Who is he, Tom?
It's Amir Jordan.
Whoa!
Jordan's back.
He's back on NXT UK.
It is, of course, the goodwill ambassador for Chicken Cottage, Amir Jordan, who took some time away last year to heal from an injury and some work that he had done. He was written off in a loser leaves NXT UK match against Kenny Omega, your cousin.
Of course.
Sorry, Kenny Williams, your cousin.
Kenny Omega. Yes.
Your cousin. Kenny. One of the two. And he and now so he's basically set his sights on him, and it's a brand spanking new gimmick for Amir Jordan.
Maybe he'll be the next big luchador.
Do you know what? I'm not against the gimmick. I quite like it.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
One of the other highlights from the shows that we saw taped for NXT UK. New tag team champions on our side of the pond. Oliver Carter and Ashton Smith. The boyhood dream comes true.
They've won the big one. That's it. They can retire happy now. The NXT UK tag team champions.
They lost to Mustache Mountain at the tapings. And then later in the night, taped for another episode, it looked like Trent Seven was coming out to announce his retirement. But instead, it was a ruse. All he needed was a salmon suit.
Oh, I wish. Maybe he has. We'll see. We'll find out.
If only. Trent Seven ended up attacking Tyler Bate instead of retiring. The Mustache Mountain dream is over.
I can't believe Mustache Mountain's done.
That's it.
It's crazy. I felt like they could actually be a big tag team on the American side.
They're a major tag team for NXT UK.
Of course.
And of course, former NXT tag champions off of America.
Off of the American version. I just thought they would maybe keep them together, put them over. But if this means more for Tyler Bate, I am very happy about that. He's a talented young boy.
Picture this, right?
Okay.
What we do is the next set of tapings, we have Trent Seven and Tyler Bate.
Okay.
in a grudge match. We get
Yep.
that done. 7 beats Bate.
7 beats Bate.
Bate goes to America.
Yep.
Trent Seven fulfills his true destiny as becoming just an absolute arsehole NXT UK champion.
That'd be fun.
I'm in for it.
What will be their new names though? That's the big.
Oh, is Tyler
that'll
Bate
be
getting a new name?
When? Yeah, well, he's going to America.
Churchill McIntosh. I got that from Aiden upstairs.
Churchill McIntosh. You heard it here first.
Churchill McIntosh. More news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Your Twitch streaming later.
Yes, you can
Breaking
join me at
news.
6 o'clock tonight on Twitch. I've gone with the name Curly Whirly Fridays.
Nice.
Because it's my accent, Curly Whirly.
You got an accent?
Apparently so. I think so. I don't know. We're all the same Scottish accent. I sound like everyone else up north.
Is it weird that you're sat next to me with my surname being Campbell?
Because Scotland.
There's a lot of history
There's
there.
a lot of yeah. We'll
We'll deal with
do
that.
that off camera.
We'll do that off
But you can
camera.
join me at 6 o'clock tonight, so make sure you do. It's going to be fun. I'm playing Uncharted 2.
Unchart your territory with him later on. I don't know, as a segue. Stay safe.
See you later.
Love you, bye.